I'm Gabby Lamb, and you are listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, naughtiest, wildest, dirtiest secrets. Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to Tea Time, the Halloween special. Take it away, Honk.
Honk, I'm so happy to be the new co-host.
Honk, you sure are.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm scared for what this means.
You know what it means. We are here today with spooky, scary stories, and boy, have we got some juicy ones for you.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Stay safe out there. Hope you're doing well. And
happy spooky season.
Happy spooky season. It's cute. It's great. I am Queen Elizabeth I. She was the Virgin Queen, died a virgin. Her father was Henry VIII, who notoriously was known for beheading his wives.
Yes.
Her mother was Anne Boleyn.
And he started beheading them after he got like a head injury?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or something. He started getting crazy violent after he became ill.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a fat fuck. He was a fat fuck. And that was like...
He was dummy thick.
And that was like a sign of like wealth back then. So people loved like big fat fucks.
Yes.
I'll say it. It's true.
All right. And Gabby, you gave me this costume and I am Virgin Mary.
I think you are the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute. And Lee over here is a big turd bear.
A turd bear?
He's in a bear costume, but
Lee
it does look like
a virginal
turd.
Bear. So we're all virgins.
So we've got the whole gang today.
Yeah, we do.
The Virgin Queen, the Virgin Mary,
yeah.
and the Virgin Bear.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, I'm excited for this episode.
Me too. It is going to be a scary one.
It's very scary. Our last episode, we left off with Harper reading a poem that she had written when she was too old to be writing poems like that.
Way too old.
Way too old.
That's actually how I knew I needed to stop my partying, because I was making questionable decisions. Some people, when they party, they hook up, they do drugs. Me, I was writing poems. So,
which is more embarrassing.
Yeah.
Than a bad one night stand.
And way more detrimental to your mental health.
Absolutely. Because in the moment of writing those poems, you're like, I'm it. Like, watch out, Shakespeare.
I felt like I perfectly conveyed my pain. I was like, oh my God. And now I realize, when I write jokes, that's way better.
So maybe stick to the joke.
So I'm going to stick to the jokes.
Making fun of your pain rather than...
Stick to writing intentional jokes, because this is a joke in itself.
Which is pretty fucking funny.
It's goddamn funny, but it is humiliating.
You should do it on stage. Not to tell you what you should do with your comedic career, but it's pretty fucking good. Okay. Take it or leave it.
If I ever had like if I was ever, allowed access to a projector, I would display it.
Whit does it. Whitmer Thomas, very funny comedian. Check him out.
So funny. And Dimitri Martin.
Does he use a screen?
He has before.
Love that.
And then Amy Schumer, when she was showing the picture that her husband painted for her.
I didn't
or like
see
pottery in her last special.
Well, good for that. I love that. So you can do that.
So
we wanted to open up with the poem by singing it.
We was a very strong term.
I wanted her to do it, and she said, "Well, I guess I'll do it."
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
I'm
sometimes something you can say about me is I'm a little too down. Okay, Lee. Okay, Lee.
It just made me laugh.
These fucking costumes are hilarious. I can't believe we're doing the whole episode in these hot fucking costumes.
Yeah.
And I don't mean hot like sexy. I mean like physically these are very hot.
Oh, yeah. This is like 3 inches thick.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's hot. It's hot.
I'm kind of getting chafed.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Should we open?
All right. Can you give me a beat?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't want to.
No, we're doing it now. We have to. It's so good. And you have to like sing it as serious as possible.
Oh my God.
Come on, you have to sing as serious as possible.
No, wait. All right, come on, Gabby.
I have to give you a beat.
Yeah, give me a beat. Although you never raised a hand, you still hit me where it hurt. I gave you my whole heart while you buried it in dirt.
So dirty. So dirty.
I am sweet.
She's so sweet like candy.
But love made me blind.
Blind as a bat, yeah.
It's too bad you're the type of man that attacks my kind.
Kind.
Kind. Yeah. That was really good.
That was fucking good.
Dude, are we fucking singers or what, dude?
All
All
yeah.
right. Peep that track on iTunes out, you know.
That was fucking bold and good. Oh, there's a little spider on me. That was fucking good.
That was really good.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was good,
That
right?
was so good.
You guys, one time, okay.
I feel like we open every episode now with singing part of our diary entries.
Yes. Yes. Okay, because I have a box full of fucking poems that I wrote in high school.
Oh my God, we gotta do it.
I have those.
That's
fuckers.
what we gotta do.
That
Yeah,
beat
we got
was
it.
fire.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was.
Way
Thank you,
better
thank
than I
you.
thought you were gonna do.
Kind of a songstress over here.
Yes.
A beatstress, if you will.
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
That was great.
Yeah, no shame.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So if my girl doesn't get a record deal,
Then something is perverted and wrong.
then that's on
Then
you.
the industry's rigged.
And the
and
industry
not in my
is
fucking
rigged.
favor.
Yeah. I think it's it was very like Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, they think that like to be a singer, you need to like hold a tune and sing with confidence. Not me. Okay.
Okay, but you do have a good voice.
Mm,
Let's not fuck around.
no, I have an ethereal voice. Yeah. Okay, Lee didn't agree. Okay.
So okay, wow, I'm honestly breathtaken.
I have taken thy's breath.
Breathless.
Breathless.
Breathless. I am breathless. I'm speechless.
Speechless, breathless.
Speechless, breathless.
In a coma.
Breathtaken. In a
Okay,
coma.
pissing and shitting, throwing up,
Dead on my fucking ass.
gagged and bound, put a jawbreaker in your mouth, duct tape your mouth.
Intestines coming out of my fucking ripped open ass.
Okay,
Dead.
so metaphorically, what I just did was gag and bound you, duct tape you, put you in the trunk of a car, drive you out to Arizona, get you out of the trunk.
Impale me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking consider me impaled, bound, and gagged.
Yeah, over that fucking song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hate. So did we start the
These are
podcast?
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately, here we
okay.
are.
All right.
So should we get right in? I don't know. Should we talk about some Halloweens? We've had some scary things that have happened to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Why not?
Yeah. Gabby, what's the Halloween that really like left like the strongest mark on you? What's like your most memorable Halloween, for good or for bad?
All of them have been for bad. The Halloween before I got sober, which was October 2020.
We were supposed to meet up.
We did meet up for a second.
Yeah. Oh my God, we did.
And I was a clown. I dressed up as a literal circus clown, and I got fucked up. We were in West Hollywood.
I was Greta Thunberg.
That's so good. You were.
I was.
I love that.
Thanks.
I was a clown. I was in West Hollywood over by my ex-boyfriend's house.
Oh.
And I was like devastated. This is an ex-boyfriend before he was not my most recent ex. He was the ex before the recent ex that I had. And I was so drunk and like desperate and over by his house that I called him all wasted as a clown. And I was like, "Do you want to hang out tonight?" And he said, "No, stop calling me." And I was like, So I kept texting him then to like piss him off because I was drunk. And I was like, let me come over, let me come over, let me come over. And he just started writing me, "Fuck off, do not." And that was
Here's the thing
and I was a
about my
clown.
sweet honk.
Yeah.
My honk is brave and bold,
Thank you.
and honestly, go off.
I had a breathalyzer in my car at the time for my DUI,
Yes.
and I remember blowing into my breathalyzer as a clown. And I was like, this really couldn't be more of a metaphor.
It's moments like that that you kind of zoom out later and you go, huh,
Thank God I am sober now.
yes.
The one before that, the Halloween before that, I was Post Malone, and the ex that I was devastated about when I was the clown would not kiss me. And I wanted to just like hang out with him all night and kiss him. And he's like, "I'm not kissing you like that." And I was like, "So you're obviously not a real one."
Yeah.
He wasn't a real one.
He wasn't a real one. I just have to say my stomach did just make a real loud noise. I'm sorry if you guys just heard that.
Okay.
Okay. But honestly, if you're not down to make out with your girl when she's dressed as a clown, then honk honk, you're part of the circus too. Fuck you.
Or Post Malone, fuck you.
Yeah.
What
or
about-
Post Malone. Yeah.
What about
Okay,
yours?
you know what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I had a
fucked
similar
up.
experience. One year I dressed up so I had to work. I worked in a restaurant and my manager, or sorry, like the owner of the restaurant was just a fucking, no offense, but he was a fucking weirdo. And he would always get drunk and say weird shit. And so I just thought it was funny to like dress up as him. But everyone thought I dressed up as a pervert. I had like a mustache, like a big baggy coat, like a baseball cap. Like I walked around just like looking like really weird.
That's fucking
I would go up
funny.
to tables that are like, are you a peeping Tom? I'm like, you're not all the way wrong. Technically. And then my dude at the time came in and he wouldn't fucking give me a smooch. And he was like, no, not when you look like that. And I'm like,
Not a real one.
why? Because I look like I have a thicker dick than you? You fucking clown ass bitch. Give me a fucking kiss in the bathroom. Fuck you. So then I had to make out with my coworker to teach him a lesson.
As you should.
Happy Halloween, bitch.
Here's my question.
What's up?
If you were a man,
Yes.
you think you'd have a big dick or a small one?
Big.
You think your brother has a big dick?
I did not see that coming.
It's a yes or
Okay.
no question.
Okay.
It's simple.
I
Think about it.
feel unhappy. Okay.
You said for 10 million you would fuck your brother. So what do you think?
yes.
You think he has a big dick?
Yes.
Do you think you really?
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore. God.
I think my brothers have big dicks.
I know your brothers do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Austin and Garrett, big dick brothers.
I've actually never
Okay.
met them, but it's just like a vibe I get
It's
from
a
your
vibe.
family.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a big pussy, so I would assume that big dick. if I
You
had
want to
a
know what's actually crazy?
big
You and I
pussy.
have seen each other's butts, but we've never seen each other's pussies.
Oh, I'll show you when we get home.
Okay, I'll show you mine too.
Nice. I love that.
right,
This is what
cool.
girls do. We sit around. One time I went on a camping trip with a bunch of girls and we all got fucked up. We were on coke, drinking, we were in the mountains. And I was like, girls, why don't we show each other our pussies and compare pussies? And everybody was like, okay. We sat in this tent and just, oh, your pussy has big lips. Oh, your pussy has small lips. Oh, your pussy has one big, one small.
For my friend's 30th birthday, she had everyone go around and
Show pussies.
show puss.
Lee, do men do that? Do you guys sit around saying, look how big my dick is?
No.
Are you guys afraid of being gay?
Sounds boring.
Yes, all men are afraid of being gay as a teenager.
Okay.
They really are.
They
Yeah.
really fucking are.
I remember when I was a teenager, there's my friends, fuck, I can't name drop. Anyway, they were two of my guy friends lived down the street from my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And my best friend was dating one of the guys, and she was like, let's go sneak up on his house.
That's so fun.
So we were like, okay, we walk down to his house and we look in the window and the two guys are
Mhm.
sitting there masturbating together looking at porn.
Yeah. Boys and their growing bodies.
Did you do that, Lee?
Lee.
No, I didn't. I know I have heard of some guys that did. That is not something that me and my friends partook in.
That is such a guy thing, I feel like, though, to be like, let's sit around and watch girls with big tits on VCRs and jack off.
Yeah. I mean, men go to the strip clubs together and get bone dogs sitting right next to each other. So I guess, I don't
Guess
know.
so. I always make this sexual. I'm sorry. It's a good place for me to vent.
What if I just started crying?
Not this costume.
Yeah. Not with this costume.
So, okay. Do we have any other, Lee, do you have any fucking,
Halloween.
yeah.
I was just drunk every single one. I don't really remember many of them. One that I kind of remember was I used to, when The Hangover came out, people would
classic.
literally stop me on the street thinking I was Zach Galifianakis.
Oh my God.
And so I dressed up as the character in The Hangover.
Did
for
you have the
that
baby?
Halloween. Yep. I had the baby in like a skate pack. I had like a baby doll in like a skateboard backpack.
That's cute.
That was a very of the time costume,
Yeah.
very relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally was stopped. I had pictures taken of me. I walked out of a bathroom at a club to a group of people thinking Zach Galifianakis was gracing them with their presence.
Oh my God.
Where were you?
Yeah, in Boston.
You're in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then one year when I was young as a teenager, I got hit by an egg when we were walking down the street. We got hit by
Why
eggs.
So
do I
nobody was
love
targeting
that?
you, being like, "Fuck this guy," and
Yeah.
throwing
I
eggs
don't
at
know
you.
if it was us specifically or we were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's kind of
Sorry you
giving
got
wrong
eggs.
wrong place, wrong time vibes.
Yeah, we were shithead little teens, preteens. Or we were like we had to have been like 13 or 14 because we weren't driving. And we were just walking down the street like next to our middle school for some reason. I think we went to like vandalize the middle school. And
And you got fucking egged.
and we
Yeah,
got
you got
egged.
fucking egged.
Have you guys ever been egged?
No,
No, but I have gone egging.
Have you?
I have not gone egging. That was too mean for me.
It is mean. I did it to
Yeah.
my friend's ex-boyfriend who like hardcore cheated on her. And I egged the fuck
That's for good reason.
out of his house. And then I put a bunch of Frosties all over his car, and it was in winter.
What are Frosties?
From Wendy's, like little like milkshakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I put them all over his car.
I did that. I've talked about this before, but I did that similarly with my friend whose boyfriend cheated on her, gave her herpes, and then we went and took shits on his car. Consequently, in a DQ cup,
Good.
I remember she took a shit in a DQ cup and like put it on his car.
That's
and
rancid, but I love it.
It was there was three of us, three girls, and we all like had this plan. We're like, we're gonna save up our shits for the day, and then when the clock strikes midnight, we're gonna go over to his, and we're all gonna shit on the car, and we did.
Honestly,
We did.
if you wrong a woman,
Mm.
you as a man should be horrified what her friends will do to you.
Absolutely.
Horrified.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One time an ex
You
cheated
deserve
on me,
that.
and I stole all the puzzle pieces out of every single one of his like board games, like and like puzzles. Like I took like
Evil.
Monopoly pieces.
Honk, that's fucking evil.
Good luck, bitch.
Good luck. Good luck with your little puzzles, your little pussies.
Yeah. No more games for you, sweetie. Yeah, it was a lot. Trying to think. I don't really have it. I don't think I've ever had like a horrific Halloween, except a couple years ago. I was like party hopping with like a group of friends, whatever, and like we're in the lift. And then all of a sudden I just hear my friend saying, "Dad, you can't burn a dog. Take the dog off the fire." And we were like,
What?
well, let's turn down the music for that one. And it turns out that his dad's dog had passed away
No.
and he was
Trying to cremate it.
shit house wasted. And he was trying to burn the dog in a barbecue pit in his backyard. And we were like, hey,
That's horrific.
you can't do that. So,
That's horrific.
and then we all took Molly when we got to the next party because we needed a fucking upper.
Woo!
And then one year, there was my second time ever taking Molly. I was 20 years old, I think. And I had gotten this Molly from a stripper in Anaheim. Shout out to Anaheim. And it turns out it was like mostly meth. And then I was up for 3 days.
I love that. I miss those days.
Most Molly is meth.
That you're not
I
wrong.
miss those days.
Yep.
Those were
Mhm.
fun.
That I'm just working on a bit with that, where I get the crowd to admit that they've all done meth.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because if you've done Molly, congratulations. You've done meth. What's the scaredest you've ever been?
This. Oh my God. Okay. Well, like for Halloween or just like
In
gen-
life? Like what's the scaredest you've ever been?
Fuck. That's like a heavy ass question.
Yeah.
I mean, just like sticking with, I don't want to go, I mean, I've been scared before, but like, let's say for like light and fun, I went to a haunted corn maze when I was 17 or 16 with some friends. And I really hate clowns. You know, I'm not too unique there. I feel like that's a common thing, but we're waiting in line to get into the corn maze. And all of a sudden and like all like the people that dress up for like the haunted maze characters are probably like about my age or maybe like a little bit older. But this guy comes up dressed as a clown and just picks me up. And I was so scared.
they could touch you?
They shouldn't have. My friend's dog got furious, but he comes up and just picks me up and starts like swinging me around. I think like slapped my ass.
That's horrible.
And I started crying. And that's why I like really don't like going to like Hollywood Horror Nights or like any shit like that because I like am still scarred. And I was so scared I peed a little bit. And by a little bit, it wasn't like I didn't hit full send on the urine blast, but it was still like, it was enough piss.
That's okay. That is scary.
It was really scary. And then like the clown started laughing at me. And then my friend's dad
Ew,
was
while
like,
this clown's like also fingering you.
yeah. And I'm just
Okay, so
like,
you
okay,
had
you
a
just
fucking-
broke my hymen, dude.
You had an
Yeah.
assault at a corn maze
So
by
I guess
a clown.
getting my first physical assault.
Was it the corn clown?
You never
maze?
forget. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and then second time being scared was my next physical assault, and and so on.
Scary.
So that's probably mine. You guys.
I don't fucking know when I've like the scaredest I've ever been.
Maybe when like your cat got out.
That's pretty scary. I'm trying to think. That was scary, but that's like a time where I've been like, I'm afraid for my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had anything where I've been like fucking scared. I've also never had like a ghost situation. That's never happened to me. I've never seen a ghost, never had any kind of like one of those, never.
I'm scared of like the woods at night. Like
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like I lived in I lived in Maine right before I moved to LA.
Scary already.
Yeah,
And-
haunted.
And house I lived in was a grow house, like in the woods.
Does that mean
And-
like for weed?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And so, but it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I was terrified of being outside of that house alone at night.
I bet.
Yeah.
Like if I had to like, I don't know, take out the trash or like do something like, and then like we would hear this animal like,
Nope.
Nope.
yeah,
Nope.
yeah. Found
Nope.
out later it was
Nope.
it was probably a fox, but
Fuck foxes
And-
if they're gonna
and-
make that noise.
and they
I'll
have
say
like coyotes will howl and stuff. You hear them like
Yeah,
trying to-
they're
They
scary
sound
at
like
night.
screams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
They sound so coyotes when they howl they sound like dying animals so
Yeah.
that they attract animals to eat them and then they gang up and kill
Does
them.
that thing? Oh, it's so sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm scared of the
Aw.
woods at night. I've never had any real assaults or like near death anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am very afraid of the dark. I can only sleep in like pitch black, but like, ooh, I'm so scared of the dark.
Me too.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I was pretty scared recently. A couple months ago, I was sleeping at my boyfriend's house, and he lives in Venice,
Oh shit.
and he lives like right by the beach on the first floor, and he has a screen door. We're asleep, and in the middle of the night, I hear the screen door swing open, and somebody's trying to open the door, and I like wake up, and I'm like, holy fuck! And this woman started screaming, "Help me! Stop it! Stop it!" And she keeps trying to open the door, and she's pounding on the door, saying, "Help me! Stop! Stop!" And I was like, holy fuck! And then he wakes up, and this motherfucker has a shotgun. He gets it out of his closet, and I'm like, okay, Mr. Shotgun. He gets
That's
a
a fun way to find out your boyfriend's packing.
It really is.
Mhm.
Then I'm like fucking shitting myself. He's like, holy fuck. And it goes away. And then we're like laying there frozen in bed. And a couple minutes later, the light in his like yard goes off. That shit was frightening.
Fuck.
That was so scary. Yeah, God, being like in the middle of the night, hearing somebody pounding on your door. Worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Worst nightmare. Very scary.
That's really fucking scary.
Help me. Oh, okay, girl. Go.
Wait,
you
and
gotta
did
go
y'all ever
somewhere else.
find out like what was going on?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
No.
I hear people being assaulted here all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, so I hear people like there must be somebody like lurking in my neighborhood because
An assaulter?
I've heard it multiple times, like women screaming bloody murder and then helicopters.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh my
No.
god.
No, yeah, it's crazy. Like this is not a good neighborhood.
Okay.
We had that shooting across the street from our house. Which
okay,
was
this-
very scary.
This was, I think, like a week or days after I moved in with you. We hear gunshots, and like you just always assume it's a car backfiring or whatever because we always hear like that type of noise in our
Mhm.
neighborhood. Kind of a cute spot. Anyways, we walk out. Nope, a man was just shot in broad daylight and murdered,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
like
God.
feet away
Mhm.
from our apartment.
Mm-hmm. No, not the couch.
Yeah. So
Not the couch.
I'm not laughing. That's obvious. I mean, I'm not laughing at that because that's obviously horrific.
but what to follow
but
was
what followed was it was hilarious. I'm sorry, but so in a putrid way. So we have a third roommate. Shout out to Joy.
Shout out to Joy.
Joy goes out. She's like, I'm going to go out and investigate. I'm like, I'm good just looking out through your window. But Joy goes down
A little
there.
setup. Joy is somebody who like dumpster dives and finds things on the street all the time and is like, this is perfectly good. Bring it in.
She's very hippie-ish, like, like food has mold on it. She goes, it's natural.
Cut
and you're
it
like,
off.
it's not, but let's
She's always shrooming something.
Always shrooming. She's like very spiritually in tune.
Yeah,
She had this woman that she was FaceTiming with, like, put a spell on Gabby and I and the cats to keep us safe. Like, that's Joy in a little nutshell.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so there's a murder, broad daylight, scary,
across the street from our place.
Bang, bang, ouch. Okay, so anyways, Joy goes outside to take a little look around. And she walks up to a neighbor and she's like, oh my God, like what just happened? He's like, someone was just shot. And as Joy's talking with him, she sees a green velvet chase, like a lounge couch. And she goes, Jesus, how heavy do you think that couch is? And the guy goes, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, yeah, think you could help me real quick with it? And she gets this stranger to come into our house.
Two strangers.
It's
two guys who are also there watching
the murder play out.
Police.
The blood pillow out of his body.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right, let's put it, like, I'm calling timeout.
I need this couch.
Yeah. She goes, I need this couch. We bring it in. It's like stained. There's like a throw up.
No, it sat outside of our apartment for like a day.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Or did we have them all bring it in?
No. Oh, no. So I thought, okay. No. She brings, like, so it comes immediately in.
She's like, hey guys, I got a new couch.
And we go, okay.
Wasn't there just the shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also found this couch.
It's the murder couch. Yeah, and it kind of smelled a little bit. We're like, eh.
And we all pretended that we liked it for a second. Then we were like, this couch has got to fucking go.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we made her get rid of the murder couch, and then it was just sitting outside of our apartment for a long time because no one wanted it because they could just tell it had like that dark energy.
I can't believe that she did that. Hey guys, you want to help us with this couch?
So at the time, I couldn't believe she was doing that. I was like, oh my God, is she not, like, what is happening? But now after knowing her for over a year, I'm like, oh, I could 100%.
When she's like not home, she does this thing where this is fucking drag her ass. She leaves my best friend, been my best friend for so long, but
Joy is one of the best people I've ever met. Beautiful, bright energy. Continue.
She does this thing where she like recycles every single thing she's ever used, you know, be it like Ziploc bags, and she'll just, you know, like wash it out and be like, it's good. Which, okay, it's okay for a couple of things.
Yeah, okay.
A Ziploc bag is a little far, but she then like keeps, it gets like hoardery where she keeps like
we gotta keep her in check.
Collecting, you know, like old like food thing, you know, like delivery food things. And when she's not home now, because she puts them all in the sink to wash, but then never washes them. No. So when she's not home, I just throw them all away.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah, and I'm like, we don't need to save this.
Yeah. One time you caught me throwing some stuff away, and then I thought, because like you guys have known each other for way longer, and so I was like, I just, you know, I know they have like a little alliance. What have I done? But then you're like, oh, I do it too. And then like you and I formed a secret alliance, and I was like, okay.
Do you remember when we used to have all this honey? For some reason, we had like too much honey. No, it was syrup.
It was syrup.
We had syrup we had different syrups, and Joy was like, I have an idea. I'll just mix all of these syrups together and
to consolidate.
But it was bad.
Yeah.
It looked bad. It looked weird and moldy.
I don't know if y'all know this, but syrup can mold. So or something. It can do something that's not right.
You threw it out, and she comes home and she's like, hey, where's the syrup? And we were like, we threw it away, girl.
Yeah, it was kind of becoming like a biohazard. So
honestly, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me is looking at our fucking fridge.
The scariest thing that happened to me is also looking at what grows at the bottom of the fridge. But I clean it out.
It does scare me. It does scare me too. Last night, Joy did pull out her Diva cup in front of me, and that does sometimes scare me. She always leaves blood on my fucking toilet. She'll run into the house and be like, I need to use the bathroom, and my bathroom's downstairs. And she'll like shit and piss as soon as she walks in the house.
But she does that to you on purpose because she never does that in our bathroom.
She does that to me on fucking purpose. And then she always leaves blood on my toilet. And I'm like, girl. And she's like, oopsies. And then I'm cleaning her fucking period blood off the toilet.
Is she okay with any of this?
With what?
Sharing this in the show.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she would like it. I think
she would like it.
Wait, okay. Then we can move on from this. So one time we're all standing in your room.
We also we talked to her about this. So girl, I'll fucking show you this.
Okay.
Joy, I love you so much. Thank you for never leaving period blood on our toilet seat.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
It is. Jealous.
Again, she is my best friend.
Jealous.
A little bit.
Okay, so here's the thing. We were all standing in Gabby's bedroom one time. We're all having a chat. And like, we are never wearing pants in this house, but so like we're all like having our shirts and our pussies out.
Oh, this was the meniscus night.
Yeah, and she had hurt her meniscus the night before.
She tore her fucking meniscus sitting on the couch somehow.
She had popped her knee. But anyway, so we're all standing in like Gabby's bathroom, or sorry, Gabby's room, and we look down, and then there's just like these like big red spots, and then we all started checking our pussies rapidly, like who's bleeding, like which pussy is leaking.
Yeah,
and it turns out it was just this bag of fruit I was holding.
No, because Joy would use the fruit to put on to compress her knee.
It was
with.
frozen fruit that was leaking, and it turns out it was. And then she was laughing so hard she stood up and then popped her knee back into place. So I kind of saved her.
Kind of saved her.
So
the scariest thing I've also ever experienced was one time Joy, I was sitting on my toilet and she's like, "I'm gonna bleach my pubic hair," and she bleached all of her vaginal pubic hair. And
wait, I never knew that. That's fun.
It was in high school, and it looked like cobwebs. That was scary.
Lee?
Should we get to some stories?
We should get to some stories. Okay. So
I love you, Joy.
I love you, Joy. We have questions that people asked us. I wanted to also talk about, I had a conversation yesterday with a mortician, and we were
I want to hear about this.
We were writing back and forth, and she used to work at a mortuary. We'll get to it in a second, but she got the okay for me to read this. I'm not going to say her name, but we'll get to it. Okay, here's some short ones to start off with. Scariest thing that ever happened to me. Someone attempted to kidnap me outside the Port Authority when I was 15. What's Port Authority?
Isn't that in New York?
I think it is in New York.
Yeah.
Port Authority, it's like a location.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
really
a bus
fucking
station.
scary.
It's kind of like Grand Central, like
Yes.
here.
That was short, but I want to know more about that. Imagine being fucking
So
attempted-
so they didn't successfully do
They
it.
didn't successfully kidnap her, but like, how would you? I want to know more about that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wish we could hear more details. That's really fucking
horrific.
scary.
Did your parents like instill in you the fact that you could get kidnapped at any time?
Always.
Do you guys want to know something?
You got
My
kidnapped?
first memory is of me getting lightly kidnapped.
What?
Yeah. So I was at like I remember it, my mom thinks it was a zoo. I remember it being at a park, but my parents were in some sort of little like gift shop, like looking at postcards, and I like walk out, and there was like a man. I just like, in my memory, he just like is dressed like all in white, whatever, but this like came up and started walking with me and like took me by the hand. And then it like gets really blurry. And then like he like took me into a bathroom, and then I just like went to the bathroom. But like he didn't look at me, but I was like in a stall, go to the bathroom, then it comes out, and then he's like, "All right, let's wash your hands." And then like just made me wash my hands a bunch of times and like lifted me up. And then like all of a sudden I was like, "Wait, where's my mom?" and started crying. And then he was like, he got rattled, and then I like ran away because I started like whatever freaking out. And then my parents were standing outside the shop freaking out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, then what happened with the man?
He like just like he just like ran away, never found him. And then my parents, I think, like, I don't know, like the whole, like they like remember it differently than I do, but that's how I remember it in my.
What's their story?
Their story was like we were at like some zoo, and I just like ran off for like a hot second, and then like they couldn't find me, and then like it's very vague in all of our memories because I was very young.
Weird.
Yeah.
So I have a younger sister. My mom was never really worried about me, but my younger sister, and she used to tell my younger sister from about the age of 3 that they take the blonde-haired, blue-eyed ones first.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. And so my sister is just like scarred from her earliest memories, or my mom telling my sister she's going to be kidnapped.
Oh my God.
And she would have nightmares of people breaking into her second-story window, and she would like try to lock the window and stuff.
No.
Oh my
Oh my God. I bet
God.
that fucking tormented her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go for the
Jesus.
blonde.
She has TikToks about it now.
Does she?
Okay, we need to see. We
What's
need
her
to pull.
follower count?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we
Okay,
will
we'll
be
get back to
stalking
that.
your sister's TikTok after.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So back when I lived in LA, I was driving to work on the 5 and coming up to the exit that leads to the 405. I think that takes you south towards the City of Commerce. I was in a lane looking to get over, and suddenly the person in the lane next to me started coming into my lane. They didn't see me. I had to slam on my brakes and swerve to avoid hitting them, and my shitty 1998 BMW locked up and spun the fuck out over 4 highway lanes. Oh, that's so scary. Then stopped fully across 2 of the lanes. I was insanely lucky that traffic was light. No one was near me once the asshole that nearly hit me drove off, and the people behind me stopped to leave me room. I finished driving to work while having a breakdown in the car. LOL. Then my work shift frazzled. Then worked my shift frazzled. Scariest thing I can think of that's happened to me.
Fuck.
I mean, that's pretty jarring.
Yeah, that is.
That's fucked.
That's gonna give you like a fucking out of body experience.
Yeah. This is scary. Couple 2 months ago, I was driving home from Oxnard. I had to show up there, and there was so much traffic, and we're like, "What the fuck?" It was like midnight. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was making that joke of like, "Somebody better have died. You know, this better be worth it." And then we got up there, and sure enough, there were bloody blankets and I was like, "Oh my God," there was a car that was completely fucking mangled, and I looked it up, and what had happened was it had been some kind of kidnapping, and the man was driving the wrong way, was driving
Fuck.
north on the southbound freeway and crashed into a truck, and there were like 4 kids in the car.
Oh my fucking God. Okay, do you all ever think about this? Like when you're out in public and you see like what looks to be like a family? I always do. I'm always like, what if this was
Always.
a kidnapping? Or like you see like usually, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sexist, but whenever I see like a man with like a couple kids in a grocery store,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, are those fucking yours?
Oh,
dude?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so fucking horrific.
Okay, so scariest experience story. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back in 2011, I became friends with this guy who worked with my sister. I was drinking a lot, and we would hit up the bars together. On a week-long bender, we hooked up every day that week. Nice. And I would
Sweet.
instantly regret it when sober. But then I would proceed to get drunk and do it again. After doing that for a week, I told him I just wanted to be friends, and we never had sex again. We remained best friends for over a year and a half. Went on road trips, never did anything sexual after that week in the beginning, and I assumed that ship had sailed. I would hook him up with my friends and everything. Wow. Fuck.
We're gonna circle back to that.
We are. After catching my mom
Nope.
stealing my money for the millionth time,
Okay.
I asked him if he would be down to go and get an apartment together and be roomies. He found us an apartment quick, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, in a decent area. Everything was fine till about a week into moving in. I would get off work at 4 a.m. and quietly go straight to my room thinking he would be asleep. I would get texts. I would then get texts from him asking to rub my feet with a red flag emoji. I would text back, "No thanks, I'm just gonna go to bed." Then he met this girl and was seeing her. I met this guy and we started dating. Things were okay for a week or two before he started acting jealous.
Oh.
He would talk shit to me about the guy I was seeing and then complain that we didn't spend quality time together. I told him that I do have a job and a life, and we are still hitting up the bars regularly. What more did he need? We began fighting a lot over this subject. It was getting very weird very fast. Then one night during an argument, I locked myself in my room and turned up my music. He came to my door knocking and asking to talk. I ignored him. He then began repeatedly punching my door. Oof. The whole room shook. Then it was quiet. I was freaked out, but slowly opened the door. Oh my God. Slowly opened the door. He was gone, but I quickly noticed punched multiple holes in my door. I called his name and asked, "What the fuck?" He came from the bedroom and said, I just wish you were fucking dead." Mind you. Whoa, dude.
What?
Mind you, that's just crazy.
Dude.
Mind you, this guy owned a gun.
Okay, there it fucking is.
So now I'm scared.
It's always those fuckers too.
This is why gun should be illegal. Okay, because I always get into the hands of the wrong people. So now I'm scared. I called my sister and told her to come over. She came over to try and mediate, but quickly saw how crazy he was acting, and she made me stay at her house that night. The next day, I told him I was moving out. I came to get my things, and there was 12 red roses and a 7-page letter on my bed. Red flag. He tried to beg me to stay, but I had declined. Then shit got bad. Worse, he changed the locks and wouldn't let me get my things when trying to move out.
Fuck off.
When I finally got my stuff, I quickly saw that he stole my dead boyfriend's things that I kept in a small box. He denied taking them, then later returned them as an excuse to see me and try to convince me to become roommates again. Okay, this guy needs to be in fucking jail.
He needs to be locked on like an island.
No, this is so unhinged. After that, I told him to stay the absolute fuck away from me, then began the harassing texts and emails. At least 20 a day. Then he would show up randomly to places I was. What the fuck?
No.
I would block his number and he would use Google Voice to make new numbers to continue. I had so many numbers blocked. I filed multiple police reports, but not much could be done until he did something. That's the fucking issue.
That is
this happens all too often.
This happens all the fucking time.
Where, oh my God, okay.
Okay, go.
Especially like with internet stalking and shit. Okay. Then one night, I can't believe it. This is like still going. This is so crazy. Then one night while I was out with friends, he literally came out of some bushes and tried to attack me. I still don't know where he came from. From hell, bitch. This is scary.
Yeah.
Luckily, I wasn't alone, and my friends went after him to defend me, to which he pepper sprayed them. I'm pretty sure he was going to spray me had they not got involved. He ran off after spraying them. The next morning, I woke up to a text warning me that was just the beginning. At this point, the cops can be called. I mean...
Yeah, that's assault.
I filed for a restraining order because he used Google Voice numbers to send the threatening text. It was easily denied, and I lost the case.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
This is also what pisses me the fuck off when people are like, oh, we'll just go to the cops. It's like, bitch, we fucking do. And they can't do anything.
They don't take, and until you're like fucking murdered, they're like, what could we have done to stop this?
Mm-hmm.
Taking a bitch seriously. When men start acting like this right away, like they're not, it gets worse.
Okay,
yeah.
This happens all the time. And literally while you were saying this, I thought it was somebody that I knew that just told me a story just like this. And then the ending was like, oh no, that's not her story.
Stop.
So this happens all the fucking time. Guys are crazy. Like, guys want to say girls are crazy. Guys are insane.
Guys are
It's the entitlement and the
insane.
possessiveness.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, it's so violent and scary as fuck.
And they can't deal with like being rejected.
I know.
Women, we're used to being rejected. So we cry about it and tweet, and then these men stalk and go insane. Okay, so this is not even fucking over. Ooh, it was easily denied and I lost the case. I truly thought at this point that this dude was going to kill me and I was terrified. The harassing texts continued for another month before I changed my number. He continued to hack into my Facebook to unblock himself till I made a new one under a fake name. Then he finally disappeared. Him disappearing was scarier in a way because I didn't know when he was going to just pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like living in fear all of the time.
Yeah.
He finally left me alone. Being stalked was so scary because I didn't feel safe anywhere. I don't wish that feeling on anyone. It's been almost 10 years since that whole incident went down, and I have nightmares about it at least once a year still.
Oh. I'm so sorry, girl. That is so fucked up.
That is fucking horrific.
It's like the stalking is scary in itself, but like, look, like you're like robbing her of her peace. It's in more ways than one. It's like, it's
right.
so fucking twisted and insidious. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you like just fucking have this like slow burn effect, it's so fucking nasty. And the fact that like they don't do anything about it is horrific.
Dude, as we were talking about this, I got a notification. Search for Brian Laundrie. Father joins investigator in Florida preserve. Human remains found in search for Brian Laundrie along with his backpack and notebook.
So you think he killed himself in the woods?
Should I go on?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Okay. Authorities searching a Florida park for Brian Laundrie have discovered human remains along with a backpack and notebook belonging to the 23-year-old fugitive.
Oh my God.
So did he die? He did not confirm the remains were Laundrie's.
Just to say, this is going to come out in 2 weeks, so you may have not heard it here first, but
yeah,
it might be old news by now.
It might be old news.
Continue.
It's true. Yeah, it'll be old news by then. It'll be on the news in 1 second.
Everybody forgot already.
Yeah,
we're back.
But you know what? We're all hearing it right now in real time, and it's fucking wild. Prior to the discovery of the remains, in 2 weeks from now, we'll know if it was him or not. A cadaver examiner, cadaver was sent to blah, 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 blah.
So he killed her, right?
He strangled her.
Fuck yeah. And I'm sorry, but I think his parents fucking helped him with his escape.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that they're just getting involved now just to like save their own ass.
Sure.
Do you think this? I mean, they found unless he killed somebody else.
They were saying that they thought that he killed others.
Unless somebody found him and killed him, he
Yeah.
might have killed himself.
Mhm.
Just because he's obviously a pussy and not
Yeah.
gonna go
Oh,
to jail.
total fucking pussy. Yeah.
Dude, they found his journal and his backpack and notebook. Damn, I wonder what's gonna. They have to.
I
release what's
can't
gonna
wait
come
to
out.
see what's in that fucking notebook.
That's fucking spooky. Okay, so today was not a funny episode. Today was a dark one.
Yeah.
But you know what
Well,
is
it's
funny?
Halloween, spooky.
It is spooky. And just in case, this is spooky too.
Yeah, that is spooky.
So this is a shot from. This is just in my pictures. The woman with the butthole mouth.
Something that's actually fun right now, if you have a partner or even someone that you're just kind of casually dating, kind of just and you're feeling kind of brave,
Yeah.
ask them if they would still be romantically involved with you if you had a butthole mouth.
That is a fun one.
Lee.
I'll bring that up. What?
Yeah.
I'll put it. I'll superimpose the image over that.
Please do. Do you think you could date some? Like, let's say you meet the woman of your dreams, like literally perfect for you. Loves anal, obviously, and but
Obviously.
her mouth is a bum hole.
What would you do?
I'm so shallow.
Lee.
I would not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't like do moles. I can't do it. I'm so distracted. And
Yeah.
obsessed about it. Yep.
Can't do the
Nope.
butthole mouth.
I asked my
I know.
boyfriend last night when we were FaceTiming if I don't know why I had to say that we were FaceTiming, but we were. And I asked him if he would still love me if I had a butthole mouth, and he said no. And then I chose to get extremely upset, and then I kind of gaslit him into saying, or manipulated him, whatever, into saying that he actually still would love me.
Okay, you're a nightmare.
And then, I'm the worst today. And then he was like, "Well, would you still love?"
When you're saying this, the obvious answer is yes, absolutely.
Of course.
No,
that's when you lie. You need to know when to lie.
He does. He's honest to a fault, which is good, but also has its moments, like with saying he wouldn't love me if I had a butthole mouth. So
well, you can't help. You can't help it. It's like no. The answer's no.
The answer's no.
Here's the thing, duh. But
but in your case,
but you decided
when I'm going
out.
fishing for whatever the fuck I was looking for,
Stop.
it's I can't.
I'm done.
Hey, no.
Stop.
Hey. No.
Okay. Okay.
Get back to the fucking.
Okay, great. So this is the story that I had with a woman who's a mortician. And this has me fucked up. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. She wrote me and said, I'm a mortician, and sometimes while massaging the bodies, their hand will close and grasp my hand. Scares the shit out of me every damn time. Okay.
That is so fucking scary.
We're easing into it.
How the fuck? I would love to interview her because, like, how do you even get into that line of work?
It's wild. So we get more into it.
Okay.
And I was like, do you have any other scary stories about it? Like scary bodies you've seen, scary ways people have died? Something super eerie. She says something super eerie that happens is when someone dies, they have bruises all over their bodies from blood pooling because blood flow has stopped. But after someone is embalmed, all that bruising goes away, except for the bruises that were there before death. So there are times we will embalm a body, and after we can see all the bruises from abuse and foul play. One time we had a kid who died from impact from a car accident. We ended up finding a bullet in his brain.
A kid?
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, this episode isn't a knee slapper, but a scootily doot
Okay.
Kid. Okay.
You ready for more? Because there's more.
Yeah, of course there is.
We're
Yeah.
going to trigger warning on this episode. It's sad and sick. Or we get elderly people who have died in a home and they come all wrapped up in their blankets. We unwrap them and they are just covered in massive bed sores. Like toes have no skin on them.
Oh.
Big holes in their back. It's awful.
You know what? That is actually something to speak to. That there is a huge fucking problem with how the elderly are
Treated.
or lack of being treated in these fucking homes.
They're like so many of them are just fucking abused.
Yes, and just neglected.
Yeah.
It's so fucking sad.
I know it is.
It's really fucked up because I feel like in our culture, like we just kind of like chuck our old people out the fucking window.
We do. It's so American.
And in other fucking cultures, like they are worshipped and thought of these like wise, amazing people, and like they should be.
Now here we stick them in a home and we're like, all right, later, Grams.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Have fun shitting yourself, bitch. It's like,
Seriously.
Okay, you're literally living off her money, but
TTT.
Yeah.
So there's more. There's more conversation.
Yes.
She goes, also, say you die in a really traumatic way, like a car crash, and you lose a finger or maybe your ear. We just stick it in your pockets. I said,
That is kind of just practical, though.
yeah, it is. It's like, come on.
It's
you
kind of,
gotta-
I mean, okay.
Also, I'm always like blown away by like wanting to keep bodies after they've been like mangled in car accidents. It's like, just cremate them.
You know, we were watching the Brittany Murphy doc and like, you know,
Oh,
her
so
sick,
sad.
fucking, disgusting fucking husband. Didn't mince my words there. He, you know, he didn't want her to get autopsied because he claimed because of her body was perfectly curved and didn't want it cut open. I'm like,
Yeah, he did say that.
You're a fucking pervert. But it's also like, once the soul's left, you know, once like the lights are out, this is just a fucking vessel that's not being used.
So go ahead and fuck it.
So what we're saying is,
Necrophilia.
go ahead and fuck it.
Okay. It's a really sad documentary.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, this podcast is a joke.
Hey, don't actually fuck a
Don't
dead body.
fuck the dead bodies. Okay, but what if it's hot?
Okay,
That's why my family cremates.
Yeah,
honey, yes,
Yeah, it makes
purposely to
sense.
take away that urge.
to take away the urge.
Yeah.
Mm. So I said, "What's the scariest dead body you've seen?"
Okay.
I unzipped a body bag once, and the body had no head. No one told me, and the head was in another bag.
That's a jump scare.
What happened to the head?
What happened to the head?
She said one time I worked, it keeps going.
Yeah.
One time I worked on a paraplegic and he died from an infection in his gut caused by having too much shit inside, and we sucked poop out of his colon for over 2 hours. On to the next one. This is the last one, and this is really gnarly. In college, we got to work at a body bank, like a place that takes bodies donated to science. Well, the place I worked at in Phoenix was really weird about us doing anything. Like, couldn't go into certain rooms, and they would also just tear these bodies apart when they would come in. It was like zombies attacking a body. Weird. Well, a few months after my internship there, the FBI raided it and found one room full of buckets of just dicks. And then another room of like Frankenstein bodies.
Wow.
They were taking body parts and sewing them onto other bodies, mostly dicks attached to heads.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of funny, kind of sick.
Kind of funny, kind of a bummer,
Yeah.
but also kind of fun.
It just dawned on me that it's real. That's
Yeah, it's real.
really
Yeah, that is
happening.
real.
So they're like sewing dicks to like foreheads and cheeks.
It's still funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like pin the tail on the. Okay.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the cadaver.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an article about it. I'll read the headline of the article. During the raid of the Biological Resource Center in Phoenix, Arizona, FBI agents found a woman's head sewn onto a larger male torso. Like
For $10 million,
Frankenstein.
would you fuck that?
No question. Yes.
Are you serious?
For 10 mil, I would do a lot for 10 mil.
Oh my God.
I do almost anything for 10 mil.
You would fuck.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well,
Okay, I love that.
like Frankenstein and hung on a wall. This is real. They sewed this woman's head to a man's body and found it hung on a wall.
What is wrong with people?
Among other gruesome discoveries, according to court documents reported by the Arizona Republic and the local KTVK news station.
Fuck. That is a unique type of sick.
That is very Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah, we hit the gold mine for Halloween episode.
Ew, we sure
Yeah,
did,
we
didn't
honestly really did.
We do have some questions. Do we want to answer them, or we out
Yeah,
of
we
time?
can answer questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
we're
have some
not out of
questions?
time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So you guys, those were your disgusting fucking stories for today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we've got. When will when will Harper start selling feet pics again?
Who the fuck wrote? You know what? You don't even need to tell me who, because I know who the fuck that. I'm out of the foot game, and I have made that very clear. And you have DM'd me before because I already know who this is. You're not getting my fucking feet again because I'm out.
Okay.
Because you want to know what? There was one weirdo that ruined it for all of us.
Yeah.
A lot of my feet kings that I was selling to,
Your feet kings.
you know, they helped me get by during the pandemic. Whatever. Okay, for a brief period of it, unemployment wasn't coming through. A bitch was in a bind. But there was this one guy that asked me to send him a video of me dumping maple syrup on my feet, and then like he gave me a script to say, and it was graphic and grim.
I loved that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I don't think I can talk to y'all anymore. So he ruined it for everybody. I had to step out.
Okay.
So sorry,
So there's
King.
your answer.
Should we dox him?
Docs. Yeah.
Okay, so next one we
Okay,
have.
LOL.
Do you think it's gross smelling your partner's poop, or am I just a prude because I can't? I don't think it's gross.
I mean, once you get to a certain part,
fine.
I try and really avoid that for as long as I can.
Yeah.
But I mean, once you get to a certain point, I guess I'm not ever going to be like, sign me up for that. But it's, when you, especially like when you live with someone, it's bound to happen.
It doesn't
Right?
bother me so
I used to live in a
much.
studio apartment with someone. Maybe that's why I'm like desensitized to it.
What about you, Lee?
Oh, I
Lee's
haven't
pissed.
been in a relationship in years. I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
okay,
I'm
so-
removed.
I'm
Okay.
honestly jealous.
I guess I'm more worried about people smelling my shit. It's
Oh,
never a good
really?
time, yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped caring. I shit with the door open.
No, you stopped caring, but then you went the other way around. And then you started caring that he does smell it because like you leave the door open, you're hollering.
So now I'm caring that he does smell. I'm like, you have to smell this.
you're like it's interactive now.
I'm marking my territory.
yeah,
let's say.
yeah.
Okay.
You're becoming the alpha.
For $10 million, would you let a dolphin fuck you?
Lee.
Dolphins have sex.
You know my answer.
Okay, we already know we know that's a staunch yes.
He wants 10 mil. Okay.
I'm
I've heard dolphins are good lovers.
gonna go with no.
10 million you wouldn't let a...
No.
Why?
Well, you want to know what? It's because of your boyfriend. He changed my thought process on 10 million. Because I used to think that was the holy grail. And then he made me sound like a fucking peasant when he was like, 10 million's not even that much. And I was like, okay.
Okay, but you know that dolphins also fall in love with humans.
Yeah.
You wouldn't fuck a dolphin for 10 mil.
No, not a dolphin.
Probably sensual.
Yeah, they're also rapists.
They are.
They are rapists of the sea.
They are.
So if you're into a little bit of bondage,
Yeah.
If you're in a bondage and you're also in a bit of a financial bind, I guess I would fuck a dolphin for 10 mil.
I'm not doing it.
You will be the only one in this podcast who gets out without being canceled.
Well, I don't know because okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, okay, go.
No. Okay. Have you ever touched lips? I suppose they mean us.
Touched lip.
Like vaginal?
Vaginal or face lips, but the answer is no.
The answer is no to both.
No. We have more of like a sisterly bond. It's not like that.
Right. We do.
Mm-hmm.
This guy says, "What's wrong with me? Why do I like butt stuff? Am I a creeper?" I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. You just like butt stuff.
There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, but just take it away from us.
Take it away, but we don't want it.
Yeah.
Who'd win in a fight? Between all three of us? Lee, because he's a man.
Yeah.
Strong.
Secondly, me.
You probably would.
I think Harper is secretly like scary strong.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Really?
Right?
She's
Yeah.
kind of got a Hulk Hogan thing going on over here.
I think yeah.
Hey, brother. No.
Hey, brother.
We're like the same height. I think you could take me out.
Harper is
Shit.
6'3", for all of you, of those of you who don't know.
Yeah. Built like an ox.
Built like a fucking ox.
Built like a fucking ox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it concludes our episode. Anybody have anything left to say?
I'm happy. How do you guys feel?
I feel great.
I feel great too.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy fucking Halloween.
Have a spooky time. That was a spooky episode.
That honestly was.
Yeah.
I'm spooked.
I'm spooked.
It just scared me back into therapy, honestly.
You know what's scary?
Hmm.
Introspection.